Beach of Normandy for this D-Day is a new monument specifically dedicated to the predecessors of what we call today Navy SEALs. Joining us on the floor today is retired Navy SEAL Captain Todd Perry, the monument project manager. He's also the executive director for the under construction San Diego Navy SEAL Museum. Thank you for spending some time here with us today. A huge day in military history in the United States and a huge deal for the Navy SEALs getting this monument up in France. What was that about, and how does it feel to have that there now?
It's huge for the entire Naval Special Warfare community, Carlo. I mean, we had a big sacrifices though to this day in our Naval Special Warfare history. That's the most we've ever lost in one day. We had 35 lost, and there was nothing there to recognize that. So these amphibious scouts that went in and looked at the beach ahead of time, collected sand, and then they led the invasion force in, and then on the day of the landing, these naval combat demolition units, they were charged with clearing these 50-yard gaps, so the Army engineers could come in, so that our Army could come in and start landing 2,000 soldiers per hour.
And I think we have some video of the monument that just a couple of weeks ago this was dedicated.
It's just a week ago today.
And you were there for that.
Yes, sir.
How did that feel to be able to see that come to culmination and see this specific recognition? Because like I said, we honor all the troops, but this one group wasn't really talked about.
Right, and again, this was the Army show here, and the Army, our incredible U.S. Army did most of the work on this, but we lost 52% casualties, and we wanted to recognize them, and that's our forefathers that we trace our roots back to.
Okay, so in addition to this, you have a larger mission as well in honoring Navy SEALs. You were a Navy SEAL yourself, served 40 years. Thank you so much for your service. Retired now, but not really retired. You're working. You're the executive director for San Diego's Navy SEAL Museum. Where are we with that, and what's the goal?
So we're on Kettner and Broadway. It's the former Museum of Contemporary Art, San Diego. They've moved up to La Jolla.
Okay.
So we have that building. We're in there swinging hammers right now, and scheduled to open early 25.
And where are we in the process of fundraising? Is this something you're still trying to raise money for?
We have ongoing fundraising right now. Yeah, absolutely. We are fundraising for this, and we're still trying to raise, more. It's an expensive endeavor.
And there's already a location in Fort Pierce, Florida?
There's an incredible museum in Fort Pierce that's been there for almost 40 years, and that's where these scouts and naval combat demolitions did their training for Normandy. So it's very hallowed ground to us. So we're not, this is still going to be one museum with one mission. We're just going to be in two locations.
And you're from San Diego, from Escondido. So how important is it to you? You did BUD/S training here in San Diego.
Everybody does.
Right. How important is it to you to have a museum right here? We don't have much time left.
It's important as a native, but it's this is where half our SEALs are based.
Right.
It's where everybody goes through training. It's where our higher command headquarters is. I mean, San Diego is a place to have a SEAL museum.
One last question I want to ask you. What does D-Day mean to you today? What is it for us, just with a little time left, I'm sorry, but what does it mean to honor people who are serving now and those who served before?
It's all about sacrifice and never forgetting that sacrifice. I mean, there's a reason they're called the greatest generation. I mean, the whole nation sacrificed then, the unity of effort, unity of purpose, and it's such an inspiration to all Americans that we want to make sure is memorialized there forever.
Truly changed the course of history.